Hello once again, YouTube. Oh, hello once again, YouTube. It's been a while since I've done one of these live streams, but today I thought it would be, something different. Well, technically, because I haven't really done one of these in a while. But what I thought is, pardon me, that I would just say hello and give some updates. So, first off, let's begin with this YouTube channel here. So, this is the official Monster Hobbies YouTube channel. So, what I've been doing is I've been trying to rework this thing because this is a YouTube channel I've had for a very long time, but it doesn't quite fit into, much dynamics. So, this channel was designed basically to tell people about the stores, new model kits for unboxings and whatnot. But it sort of lost a bit of its momentum. And part of that is because, like, I used to have the store, of course, right? So there I was filming slot car racing nights and Warhammer results from our games and all the rest. But now it's been, well, more than a year that, that I've had Monster Hobbies online. So that changes a whole lot of dynamics because some of those videos that a lot of you subscribed to back in the day, they're not being produced anymore because I simply don't have any room. So, what can you do about that? So, what I've done is I've tried to remake this YouTube channel into sort of the hub for Monster Hobbies. So, a lot of you are members on like the Monster Hobbies Model Car Garage, and some of you are on the Monster Hobbies Monster Model Dungeon and the Monster Hobbies Age of Sigmar, and those kind of channels. So that's all good. But what I wanted to do is start promoting this channel more as like the place you go first and you watch some of these videos, and then you can go off to the Monster Hobbies Model Car Garage or the dungeon or the the Warhammer channel, or I've got one for model airplanes and military that's got like 5 videos on it. So I've really got to up this. So this is like coming into the main store, and then the other channels are your departments. So if you don't want to come to this channel and then like one week I'm uploading Warhammer and the next week I'm uploading a model car or airplanes, like if you don't like model cars and Warhammer or something, then you can go to the channel that's strictly model airplanes and whatnot. So like I was saying, I've got something like three to 500 videos on this channel alone. I know that's a lot. Boggles my mind. So I've reworked the model car unboxing videos. So at the end, instead of going to another video that's here on the channel already, you're actually going to a video that is directing you over to the Monster Hobbies Model Car Garage. Now, what I want to do is I want to do that on the other videos, like the model airplane one will now take you to the military, but I haven't got there yet. So I've just done the model cars because that was almost 400 videos right there. I know it's a lot. Pardon me. That's all part of going live. Normally, I edit out having a glass of water there. But at any rate, so that's what's been going on with this channel. So I've just finished the older model car garage videos and converted them all. So like I know it's weird because at the end I'm saying, hey, like a video from 2019, I'll say like, hey, if you want to see another one of our or if you want to see more of our model car videos, click here, click here, click here, and click here. And there's like 4 videos that came up. So a lot of the YouTube gurus and whatever are saying, don't show people 4 videos, just show them one, and then that keeps them on the channel longer because they'll check out the one video but not the others. This kind of thing. I don't know how true that is, but now, so when I go and click here, nothing appears here, and then I go click there, and that's where the video that's the one on the model car garage will come up, the one that says. Has this happened to you? Whatever, whatever that one is. And then I'll say, go to this video. There's nothing there. And then I go to this video, and then a link will show up for the Monster Hobbies Model Car Garage channel. So you can just click there and go instead of the video telling you why you should go there. So that's what I've done. And then in the new videos, I say there was this thing I was trying for a little while, another suggestion from the YouTube gurus, and that was bother with the intro. So like none of the little car going across or like, hey everybody, my name's Trevor and blah 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 and blah blah blah, right? So just go right into, so when someone clicks on the unboxing, the lid's already coming off instead of the whole like, hey, how's it going, thing. It's just the lid coming off. And so I tried that on one of the channels, and I posted in the community tab, like, do you guys like this better like this, or do you like that, or do you like this video here? Which again, the gurus say, always ask these questions. Get all the feedback you can and everything. And a lot of people didn't really care either way what I was doing. So that kind of was good because when I went to make the new videos for this channel, I didn't have an intro. So I created a new one and I say, "Hi, everybody. My name is Trevor Slesky, owner of Monster Hobbies. Today we're looking at the whatever car it is. Now, we do like to know more about the Monster Hobbies Model Car Garage. If so, stay to the end of this video and I will tell you all about it." Then it goes into the original video as it was. And then I think at the end I had like thank you for watching this video. And then Danny the dog was like, "Hey everybody, do you want to do whatever?" Like that's my Danny impersonation. I took those two pieces out and I made one video where I'm just saying, okay, if you really love model car videos and all that stuff, check out this video up here. And then that comes across. And that's the one that takes you to the model car garage. Or, well, tells you about the model car garage. But then I'd say, like, we got the model car garage. And what we do is we do unboxing videos. We also unboxing videos that are not on this channel, which is this channel. Um, Unboxing videos, model kit builds, tips and techs, and my show and tell videos with my models and my dad's models in them. So now people can click on that video to watch that and then click down below to go on to the subscriber part for the model car garage. So that's what I intend to do with the other videos once I get a chance to do that. So that is the updates for this YouTube channel. And I hope it works because I really want this channel to be like the hub, the center of spokes in the wheels shooting off to the other channels. So that people that just love model cars will go to the model car garage. And people that just love the airplanes will go over there. And people that just love Warhammer will go there. Or if you're like a well-rounded model builder, just stay on the hub and watch whatever comes in. Okay, so there's that. So now the next up, I've been updating the Monster Hobbies website. Now it hasn't been too significant over there, but I'm trying to keep more up with the times. So we have the Build a Monster contest, which I'll talk about in a little bit here. But what I wanted to do is I made a new banner on the website, the official www.monster-hobbies.ca. So that's our website. So when you click on there, now across the top is a banner for the 2022 Monster Hobbies Build a Monster contest. And all you need to do is click on the banner and it takes you to like the contest rules and the entry and all that stuff. So there's that. And the second thing I've been doing is after making millions of YouTube videos constantly. Oh, hi, we got a viewer in there. Hello, viewer. How you doing? Anyway, after making all these YouTube videos for a long time, I got to actually go back to my website because I still have a ton of work to do there. And a lot of them are these collector trading cards. So I've been working on this. This is the Looney Tunes Comic Ball #2, collector set #2. And these are from 1991. Most of my card collection is from like 1991. So, um, yeah, 91, 92. And I've got boxes and boxes and boxes. And these are cards that I got as when the High River flood of 2013 came around and our store got wiped out. A lot of our product, we got 5 feet of water in the store and walls blew out and everything was everywhere, right? Books on bookcases fell over and got sunk in the mud. But yeah, that's another thing. I got a molar pulled out here. So now my tongue wants to go in the hole all the time where the tooth was pulled. So I'll say stuff like "wud" instead of "mud." Talking about Looney Tunes, I'm starting to sound like Elmer Fudd. So anyway, but I've been trying to get these cards done. And what I need to do is, this is brutally painful. So I want you guys to kind of understand all the dynamics in the website. So I've got this 9-page pocket thing for a binder. I will slip in each and every one of the cards, and I've got to make sure that they are lined up against edge perfectly. And then I take them and I throw them in my scanner, and I got to scan page one. Like this will be full of 9 cards. So I scan in the front page, and I got to turn it over, scan in the second page. So one scan makes a file. And so then I'll save that onto where I've got all the, all the pictures. It's pretty dry in Alberta right now. At least I hope that's what it is. I did get my tooth pulled, so I hope it didn't like release the genie of whatever I got in my system when the tooth got pulled out. Now I'm getting like sick from it, but hopefully not. Hopefully it's just dry. Alberta gets dry in October here. So yeah, anyway, so I'd have a full page here and I'd scan this in, and then that becomes a file, a photo file, like a JPEG. And then I've got to go in my art program and digitally cut each card out and put that on a new file page or whatever in the art program. Then reduce the card by 400 pixels across the top. And then I have to rotate it this way so you guys can see what it is. And then I've got to save this as, what did I call it? Comic Looney Tune baseball card number 1 or whatever it is. So this is actually card number 73. So I've been like working a lot to get this going. And this is what I have left. And there's these other ones, which I don't know how I'm going to figure this out. This is, I suppose it's part of the same set, but you'll see like there's Porky Pig and the dog. And this is number 86 right there. Now you take the same card and you turn it over, and now it's number 77. 86, 77. So, like, all these little nuances that need to be figured out with this. Like, thanks, or who made this? Anyway, thanks, Card Company, for these ones are okay because it's like this on the one side and that on the other with the number. So, but it's when you got the double, like, like some of the stuff I just like to throw in a fireplace, but I got to sell it, right? So that'd be counterproductive. Okay, so that's what I'm doing on the website. There is one thing I need to change, but I haven't got there yet. It says celebrating 17 years in business. This is our 18th year. And every year I've been making a new one of those things. It's like celebrating our 4th year, celebrating our 5th year, or whatever, right? That gets tedious. So I'm thinking of making one that just says Monster Hobbies since 2004. And then I never have to change that thing again because you just do the math and figure out how many years I've been in business. I might bring one out for like the 25th anniversary or something like that, but it's not necessary if I go that other way. Okay, so next up, this is our October contest. This comes out every year, and it's the Monster Hobbies Build a Monster contest. So I'm just going to flick on to the actual website and I'll read you everything I wrote here. Okay, so this year we're bringing out the biggest monsters around. Our special theme for 2022 is amazing female figures. So this is like Vampirella, Bride of Frankenstein. Who else is there? That's all. That's all. No, like Wonder Woman and those Marvel superhero women and stuff like that. It could be anything. Could be even like the space woman or whatever. Okay, these ladies can be from the wide world of sci-fi, anime, horror, superheroes, history, fantasy, or fiction. You can use any of the numerous female figure models that are produced. Simply send 4 good pictures of your models to ursulescu@yahoo.com with a description of what you did to your model and which category it is in. You can enter multiple different models in multiple different categories. Please see below. Okay, this is on the web page. See below to choose which category is correct for your model. So I'll read this in a minute. Please use BAM 2022 entry somewhere in your email title when you send in the pictures and details of your models. So I'm just going to back up for a minute here because this is what it says at the beginning. Build a monster contest entry and rules. It's $5 per entry, so you can pay for this on the website or by sending me a PayPal recommendation. So that would be again ursulescu at yahoo.com. URSULESCU at, the little A with the circle around it. Yahoo.com. YAHOO.com. Okay. A single model counts as one entry. So if you enter two models, that's two entries. So single model is $5, two models is 10, etc. A diorama or wargaming figure unit can contain more than one model, but would count as one entry. So if you've got like the Battle of the Dwarfs, right, or whatever, and they're fighting goblins and all that, you don't have to go, okay, there's like 900 models on this like 4x8 sheet of plywood. So that's, 900 times five. No, it's not like that. It's like that one big thing is counting as one entry. So that, I'm not out to bankrupt anybody. This is just a fun contest, right? Diorama or wargaming figure unit can count as more than one model, but would count as one entry. So special category theme MON MH13 changes from year to year. So this year it's the famous female figures. One year we did one with Ron Chaney, who's the great great grandson of Lon Chaney Sr., the grandson of Lon Chaney Jr., or Lon Chaney as he was later known. And his dad never got into acting, but Ron Chaney himself is into. And we did the Phantom of the Opera that one year. That was about 2-3 years ago, pre-COVID. And that one was really fun. So this year we're doing famous female figures. All models must be submitted by October 31st at midnight. Models judged and awards mailed out by November the 5th. Okay, so now you can see the models in a special Facebook group. So that's on the www.monster-hobbies.ca. If you click on that banner for the Build Monster contest, you'll see that in the description of what the contest is. So there's a link there, is what I'm saying. So click on the link and it'll take you to our Facebook group and you can join that. The online deadline is midnight, October 31st, Alberta time. Winners announced by November 5th, 2022 on Facebook and in the special YouTube video here. So the videos that I have for this contest, if you want to watch them one by one for each category and figure it all out, that is on the Monster Hobbies Monster Model Dungeon YouTube channel. So you want to go over there, and actually, you don't need to leave this channel to do so. Just go into my video history. You will see one video on there that has Elvira sitting on a couch, and it says, yeah, Elvira is another female figure for you guys and gals and boys and girls and children and whatever you want to call yourself these days. Anyway, okay, let's get off the politics. So it's a little joke there. So click on that video of Elvira sitting on the couch, and then click on the video at the end of that video that comes up in the end screen, and that'll take you to the Monster Hobbies Monster Model Dungeon automatically and go through the playlist of all the entries and what you need to do. I've even got a video on how to set up your camera and your background so that you take a really good picture of the model. Because one thing we don't want is like your model and all the clutter, like here with me, all the clutter in the background. We just want to focus on your model. So I show you how to do that on a very nice video. I won a photography award back in grade 9. Yeah. And that I had to develop film in that too, black and white, with the containers, swoosh, swoosh, swoosh in the darkroom, and develop all my pictures. But anyway, so I still know my rule of thirds. Okay. All right. The entry fee is $5 per model. This small cost covers the cost of awards and shipping them out to you. So we do certificates. And this year, for the famous female figures, there's always like a top prize, and it's just for that themed category. So I'm giving away a book called Vamps, which is all about the women that played in various movies back in the past, like vampire movies and whatever else. So there's like Dracula's daughter's in there, and Elvira's in there. They got a big thing on her, and Vampirella and Vampira that was like in the 50s in the Ed Wood movies. Remember her? Okay, so here's a full list of all our contest categories. So number one is MONMH1 out of the box builds. Any build right out of the box. So it doesn't have this contest isn't open just to monsters. It's like all that kooky crazy stuff. So like the Dave Deal cartoon cars and the uh, haunted houses. You could take an HO model kit, model railroad house and make it all haunted, or like Warhammer models and dioramas and things like that. So we have out of the box builds. Number two is MONMH2 concepts and one of a kinds. So this would be like with Dracula or something. So you know how the model comes with like a generic Dracula head. You can replace that with a Bela Lugosi head that you get from maybe Posthumous Productions, one of the resin casters. You can change the base, you can change his pose, whatever, but identified it as being like from one of the Aurora monsters or like a monogram or something like that. You know what I'm saying? As I'm watching this, I'm seeing like my model scrolling across. So, like the Luminator's Frankenstein, you can make a Karloff head on him, for example, something like that. But it's got to be recognized as being that model originally. We can trace a step. So if he's got like Frankenstein's walking like this, and you turn him into like he's wearing boxing gloves or something. I don't know, whatever. But the rest of them's the same. We know it was that Frankenstein kid originally. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so anyway, MONMH3, Totally Wild. These are like Ed Roth cars, Dave Deal, and other cartoon model kits and that kind of thing. All that wild, crazy stuff. So, like the little car with the gigantic V8 motor sticking out of it, all that. MONMH4, Monster Figure Dioramas. So, this is taking your monster models or whatever and putting them in a diorama. So, like Dracula and you know, his dungeon or something like that, or Dr. Jekyll in the laboratory, that kind of thing. uh MONMH5, Creepy Cars. So this is like away from the cartoon cars, but like the more serious cars. So like the Dukes of Hazzard General Lee, for example, the Ghostbusters Cadillac Hearse, or the Ecto 1A, I guess, Scooby Doo's Mystery Machine, um, James Bond's car, the Austin Martin, like things like that, things that were in a movie. It could be in a horror movies or what. Like a good example right now is the recent model that just came out for Stranger Things, the four-door Impala, or was it an Impala, or was it a? But it's a Chevy anyway. You know what I mean. You know what I mean, Sharon. All right. MONMH6, Haunted Houses. So this would be like the Bates Motel, the Psycho House. It can also be like Warhammer terrain. So if you're into building the old castle or whatever, or the some of that Age of Sigmar scenery that's come out, like the Mage Right throne, and this, or Mage Wrath throne, whatever it is, those kind of things. That we want to see those too, so that can be included there. So then we get into MONMH7, science fiction figures. So that, of course, is like C3PO, R2D2, Terminator, the Governator. No, no. Hello, I am Arnold, and this is no. I am Arnold. I am the mayor of California, and today I want to tell you all about how we can pump you up. No, anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed a little Saturday Night Live humor there from '91, like my collector cards. Actually, I have Saturday Night Live collector cards from '91 if you really want them. Anyway, so yes, MONMH7, science fiction figures. So all those types of things. And I even have on the Monster Hobbies website, there is a group of sci-fi figures that I have that are 1/25th scale. So if you wanted to build, like, take a model car and like get rid of the wheels and make it like a hover car or something like that, and you wanted those figures as well, I've got them in there. They're from Masterbox. I think it's called the Farthest Galaxy or something is the set. Just going off the top of my head because they're all packed away and I'm looking at the contest thing right now. Okay, so moving on, MONMH8 is science fiction vehicles. So that would be like the USS Enterprise, the Space 1999 Eagles, the Star Wars, X-wings and the big the Imperial shuttle and the Death Star, and those kind of vehicles like that they would ride around in, and you can make up your own. You can always make up your own stuff in here, like 100% scratch built. But as you can see, I mean, this is more than just monsters, okay? Even though it's called Build a Monster Contest. But I'm Monster Hobbies, so you got to keep that rolling, right? Okay, MONMH9, Evil Wargaming Minis. So they don't all have to be from evil armies, but they can be from like dwarfs, elves, Warhammer, yeah, like the Warhammer dwarves and elves and whatever. They can also be 40K figures. They can also be Dungeons and Dragons figures, you know, or Rel Partha. If you got some really old war gamers out there, get some Rel Partha. Let's see some painted lead, man. Right on. Wear your hazmat suit and let's see your old 1976 lead figures. I got a box of them. I wonder if I'm allowed to sell those. I guess you have to like say this is lead. It's lead. Don't eat it. It's lead. Don't touch it and then lick your fingers. Anyway, okay. Anyway, so that's MONMH9 Evil Wargaming Minis. MONMH10 is Dinosaurs and Prehistoric Scenes. I belong to three Facebook groups out there that are Aurora Prehistoric Scene Clubs. One of them is like, well, that's what it's called, and then another one is Aurora Models, just basic, generic. But yeah, anyway, I belong to those, and they've got stuff like the T Rexes and the cavemen and that sort of thing. But they don't have to be Aurora kits. You can also be. Tamiya made a whole bunch of dinosaurs, or Tamiya, Japan. I sold some, and I sold them really fast, actually, 1/35th scale. So those can be entered in, and you can do a diorama in there, and it'll be prehistoric scenes as well. So, like, I know there's inside the cave with cavemen and stuff like that, and that's always cool. Okay, MONMH11, heroes and superheroes. So heroes are like out of fiction. So like Sinbad and who else? What other kits are there from that? Oh, okay. So like Sinbad, Laura Croft from Tomb Raider, Indiana Jones can be in there. Biblical, I've had that in the past too. So like David and Goliath. Um, those kind of guys are heroes, and then superheroes are like the DC Marvel Image, Top Cow, all those other comic book guys, right? So Superman, the Flash, the Incredible Hulk, Spider Man, Wonder Woman, Green Hornet. Anime guys can also be in there, so you can have. I can't think of any. Maybe you guys can think of some, but you know what I mean. Right? So it's heroes and superheroes. MONMH12 is figure bust, so that's like all those the shoulders and heads. So like the big Frankenstein. There's one that we had was somebody entered in years ago, and that was Bride of Frankenstein. So it was just her head and a hand, and she's like, oh, whatever. So there's those. And then MONMH13 is the annual special subject. So then I said, hope to see your entry and have fun. See, this is what that missing tooth does. Eh? I can't get the words anymore. Hope to see your entry and have a fun contest. Some additional info for online entries. And then I had to put this on my YouTube channel. It doesn't really mean anything. FTC disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video, and neither YouTube nor Atlantis Model Company, Round 2 Core, or anyone else are sponsors nor party to the contest on our website. All award items were purchased by us, Monster Hobbies, personally. This is all out of my personal collection. Any entries not following the YouTube community guidelines will be disqualified. That doesn't mean anything to us. This just had to be on at YouTube. I just did a quick copy and paste because why why write this over and over again? Okay, so I'm returning to the live stream so I can see myself. Hey, I got a Well, they just left. Okay. So there's not much going on this channel, man. People aren't even showing up for my live stream. That's sad. Okay, so let's move on. So now what I want to do is I want to do a shout out to another YouTube group. This is for a YouTube group build that I just recently joined. And but now it's finished. The group build is finished. So it was for September, and I did it in September. And that was the 2022 deformed cartoon group build as held by Papa Dan and Colonel Reb. And I did their group build, and I built the Go Mad Nomad, the Dave Deal one. So if you want to see all about that, that of course is on the Monster Hobbies Model Car Garage channel. So I guess that pretty much wraps up everything. This was just a half-hour live stream, so a nice short one. And since I joined here, I have no nothing in the chat box on this side to say like, hey, and whatever, because no one left any questions. So that means when this video gets processed into a regular video off of the live stream, which should be a couple of hours from now or whatever, that you guys can watch this as a normal YouTube video. So if you have questions on anything at all, just write them in the comment section down below and I'll get back to them, because I'm going to be checking this channel more. Because like I say, I'm working on it. I'm building it to become the hub. So that's going to be interesting. So wish me luck on building the hub. And what else can I say? Those are basically the points I wanted to cover. The updates to the channel, the updates to the website, the Build a Monster Contest 2022, and the shout out for the Deform Cartoon Group build. So yeah, that's about it. I guess the other thing is, I don't know. Okay, so I guess that is about it. So I will say thank you very much for joining me on the live stream, even though for the live stream it was only like one, maybe two people blipping in just to take a look. Now I couldn't really see anything when I was doing the BAM, the Build a Monster contest, because I had the screen on. I was reading off of the other screen, so I couldn't really see who was there. So I apologize if you popped on, but I can see nobody left a comment. So what can I say? Anyway, until next time, everybody, happy model building, and we'll see you in the next video, live stream, song and dance number, whatever I'm going to do. Okay, we'll see you then. Don't forget to check us out at www.monster-hobbies.ca. Check out all our product. We ship around the world. We use Canada Post. So that's how we have the magical ability of getting it into any country. And remember, if you spend over $75 in Canada on our website, that you get free shipping. And then if you're shipping, or if you're buying from outside of Canada, we'll have to talk about the shipping, because it's going to be different for everybody. And I just can't do free shipping to Australia, for example, because man, whatever you buy is never going to equal the shipping to Australia. You could buy 10 million bucks and the shipping would be 30 million to Australia. No, anyway, I don't know. Maybe it's not that bad, but I would find out with Canada Post. Okay. And then I let you know. I always send an email back saying, here's your tracking number. Your credit card went through fine, or your PayPal went through. It's a courtesy, right? Oh, and so here's the thing. So let's say you wanted to buy this, right? The whole collection, whatever, or what, the one card, whatever, doesn't matter. So you go onto the website and you go through the shopping cart and you type in all your info, right? And then it's like you click, whatever you click there. So what I want you all to know is that your credit card is not being processed through the website. And it's not like automated, like, my credit card down, and then Trevor just magically, like, it's all sitting in a box and it just goes right into Canada Post and it's out the door, like just automatically beam me up, Scotty kind of thing. It doesn't work like that. There is a safety protocol with Monster Hobbies, And that's because I want to make sure everything is perfectly 100% correct before I even process your credit card or take your PayPal or anything. And that is our security thing to you because there's so many email scams and website scams and everything else. We don't want to be a website scam place because that's bad for business. We've been in business 18 years and like we don't play that scammy game. So what happens is all your information is there on the website, and then I personally look at that and I make sure it's 100% correct because we don't want to get scammed either. So it's a two-way street. We don't want to scam you and we don't want to get scammed either. Because I've had people that have, you know, I want to buy $400 worth of whatever, right? And I'm like, yeah, finally, good sale. Hey, 400 bucks, good sale. Then I go there and it's like, my credit card number is 12345 6, and I live on the moon. And it's like, thanks a lot, you know? Or there's another thing like, that's a little bit silly, but and it has happened. But what else has happened is I've had somebody say, "Okay, my name is John Doe." No offense to any John Does, but that's like what the police use when somebody's dead, right? Okay, so my name is John Doe, and I live at blah 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 blah, right? And then in the credit card part, they've got a, of course, they've got a completely different address. So the card might say they live at 1234 South Central Lane in New Jersey or something like that. I don't know, whatever, right? And then when you look at the card, the actual card that they put in, the address comes up as like 283 North Bend in Alberta. So it's like, okay. So then I have to send a nice little email saying, we've got your order, but I was just curious as to why this is, and then I never hear from them again. So I know that that was a bogus. So again, like we don't want to say, hey, do all this stuff and then, you know, something's going funny on our end. And we don't want it on the other end where we're like, hey, you want to buy all this stuff? Why are you giving us a bogus credit card or something? Right. So that's why all transactions get stopped at a point and I have to visually inspect them. So that's the thing too. And if a product is not there, I'm not going to charge you for it either. And, there are little balances that get made along the way before the whole thing is processed properly that you agree and that I agree. And that's the way it goes over here at monster-hobbies.ca. So I just want to put that out there because I think there's a lot of people that don't realize that. They just figure that, okay, I'm going to buy this thing or whatever, right? And then body, boom, and it's already on its way. Well, no, it doesn't work that fast. We take a little bit of time just to authenticate. I guess you call it authentic. There's that tooth again. Authentic. Auth. I can't even think of the word. Authentic. You know what I mean. Authorized. Tication. Authorize. Yeah. So we want to make sure that that is all taken care of properly. Authentic. Forget it. All right. Anyway, so thank you very much for tuning in and for getting a little understanding of how it all works here. And until next time, everybody, happy model building, and we'll see you in the next video. End stream. Bye. Bye.